Well, I think the biggest thing is when you give kids a piece of technology, you are giving them one of the most powerful tools in the world. And so you as a parent or as an educator or as an adult in their life need to show them how the proper ways to use it are, as well as that I love on my phone, I can set different limits of how long I can spend in different apps. So social media, I'm only allowed to spend an hour in that, and that's just, I'm very self-aware of my time and how it's spent, and I think if you started that with kids as well as just help model how to use it appropriately, I think they would be on the right path.
So is there an app you use for the time limit, or what do you use?
Apple already has one built in,
Okay.
and then every week I get a little report that says your screen time was up 10% or your screen time was down 7%, and every time it's increased, I keep telling, sometimes I just delete the apps off my phone for a week to kind of like cleanse. But it just makes you more aware, because you can just become this drone in this phone and not realize how long you're actually on there until you're notified. And it actually, when you've used up your time, the screen just comes down and it shows a timer and it says your time's up.
So now you've also you tried the what did they call it?
Yes.
The Facebook challenge.
I did.
How did that work out? Where you went 90 days or 99 days without Facebook? Did that work? Did you make the 99 days? I know you were halfway through. Did you make it to 99?
I did make the 99 days without Facebook. So I do have a Facebook account now, but it's a fake one. So I don't use my real name, and I'm only really friends with different associations or groups. So I use it more as a communication tool instead of like a social media type thing.
Okay.
I think with Facebook and Instagram, I do have Instagram, and that's the one that I always have to delete off my phone occasionally, because I feel like when there's images there, for some reason, you're more sucked in. And on Twitter, you can have images, but there's always some kind of text with it typically. And all the people I follow on Twitter are like in education or different leaders, and so I always feel like when I'm on there, I'm not totally wasting my time because I'm getting something out of what I'm reading.
Setting boundaries as a parent is important in lots of different parts of your life, but with technology, that's also important. So establishing early on, what are the boundaries going to be for our family? What's right for our family? What do I need to have as boundaries as a parent? And modeling that for kids could be really important. And then also moving them forward with where's the technology going to be used at? Like, is it going to be okay to have it at the table? Is it going to be okay to have it in your bedroom? Where are you going to charge it? Thinking through and being really intentional as a parent about those decisions could be important. Choosing activities that you do as a family that don't involve technology, so that kids learn that natural value. They get that dopamine rush from something else. So if all your kid wants to do is technology, have you ever taken them to the park? Have you ever gone hiking? Have you ever gone geocaching or doing something that involves more activity, so they get that same dopamine rush from a physical activity that they've done with somebody that's important to them, instead of just from the technology in their life?
I would number one, I would not give your kids sort of unencumbered or unsupervised internet access. So whatever that means for you, whether it's a time restriction app or something that's there, if you could totally, obviously, cut that off. But I think that's pretty, if your kid already has a phone and they already have access to that, it's going to be a hill you may not want to die on. But there's a lot of stuff on the internet and a lot of things that we don't even know about, that kids know about. So I would really highly recommend making sure you supervise that internet usage. So.